already seen once in today's display. In fact, it was right at the start of the show when the Czech Air Force demonstrated an example of the type we're about to see. In rather worse conditions than we thankfully have now for this demonstration, courtesy of the Air Force of the aircraft country of origin. And it's moving a little way down the runway at the right-hand end because it's going to be a fairly smart takeoff straight into the aircraft sequence.
Weaving on the taxiway, and he is filming you from the vehicle for the DVD for the air show, so just caution that. Thank you.
And this is part of demonstrating what this aircraft can do on everyday operations, because in Sweden, an important part of Air Force training for fast jet pilots has always been the ability to fly fighters off-road, and that is something that has recently been trained for. These aircraft have excellent takeoff and landing performance in order to be able to do that. This aircraft possesses both of those actually as well. Swedish Air Force that sought from us, and we're expecting him here to come past in a hesitation roll, 300 feet, 325 knots. And it's developed from the outset as a multi-role fighter capable of air, air-to-ground and amphibious missions. A high degree of operational adaptability was built in right from the start. A pair of aileron rolls, as those you'd find at some of the Swedish bases in winter, and also the short field capabilities that I was talking about. Very nice, slow roll down, slow line there. Well, that is more difficult than England. That's a stunningly slow roll. During the roll itself, all the uses of the flight controls are used. At the beginning, it's obviously aileron to get the aircraft rotating, but you have full forward stick and both runners during the execution of that maneuver. that can simply push a button to switch between different missions in the same sortie, and between missions the aircraft can be rearmed in just 10 minutes. Putting there into a 9T turn away from the display line. Setting up now for the slow speed pass. Yeah, yet another good example of a slow speed pass. This aircraft very similar in layout to the Typhoon with its Delta canard configuration, and unlike an aircraft where the wings are forward of the tailplane, in this configuration both the wings and the canard are producing lift and therefore assisting in the aircraft flying as slow as possible. And obviously in the high-speed regime, everything is also contributing to the turning capability of the aircraft. We talk about this as a high angle of attack pass, Mark. Maybe you can explain just what that means. Yeah, this is a perfect way of demonstrating actually with the smoke generator that you see on the starboard wing at the moment. The angle of attack is in essence the difference between where the nose and the wing of the aircraft is and the trajectory of the area that goes over. Slow-speed manoeuvre in a fly-by-wire aircraft is simply a case of having full arm sticks and then just modulating the power to make it take the line. It's greatly assisted by the fly-by-wire control. Absolutely. Models of the Gripen are in service with the Swedish Air Force, and that's with 3 wings, including 4 operational divisions stationed at Rendezvous and Luleå, and another division plus the operational conversion unit at Sortonas, which is where this aircraft comes from. In fact, made its combat debut during Operation Unified Protector over Libya during 2011, though they were involved in enforcement of the no-fly zone there and reconnaissance missions only, rather than offensive sorties. The Swedes have reported a quite sharp rise in quick reaction alert air defence scrambles of late. They launched around 330 with the Gripens in 2015, and that trend is continuing. And for the future, the Gripen E and F models coming along. In fact, the first Gripen E made its maiden flight earlier this year. It's more powerful than the C and D models, has an improved radar carrier, greater weapons load, longer range. It's still a pretty affordable aircraft compared with some of its competitors. For a landing and about to demonstrate its short field capabilities and deliberately landing quite late in the runway in order to do so. That's very impressive. That's hugely impressive, given that the aircraft doesn't have thrust reverse and was relying really on wheel brakes alone there to slow the aircraft down. Yeah, such is the capability built into the Saab JAS 39C Gripen we saw there, demonstrated very professionally as ever by Major Pingo Falian of F7 Wing at Sortonas, a regular performer at the Air Tattoo. And so too is the gentleman that you're about to hear from next.